Porsche Type 64 1939. Type 64 is of very special significance to the history of the Porsche brand, built in 1938 and 1939 under the guidance of Ferdinand Porsche. This unique car already had all the features that make sports cars from Zuffenhausen so very special the world over to this day: lightweight construction and superior aerodynamics, exceptional performance, reliable technology, and that unique design so characteristic of a Porsche. Originally developed for the Berlin-Rome long-distance race, Type 64, due to the war, never entered a race in its lifetime. But it marks an essential milestone en route to the first Porsche, Type 356, built in 1948. The car's streamlined aluminum body already showed distinctive indications later to be admired in all of Porsche's sports cars, its DNA living on in the Porsche 356 through the Porsche 911 all the way to the Panamera. The symbiosis of motorsport requirements and the use of production elements made the car a perfect Grand Tour, able to reach an average speed on public roads back in 1939 of more than 130 km per hour or 80 miles per hour. No surprise, therefore, that Ferdinand Porsche himself used Type 64 for long journeys. Accompanying the new construction of the Porsche Museum in Stuttgart-Zuffenhausen, the aluminum body of Type 64 was rebuilt by experts in years of painstaking craftsmanship. Ever since the museum was opened in January 2009, Type 64 has marked the beginning of the museum tour, thrilling visitors from all over the world through its cultural impact and unique flair alone. The Austro-Daimler Sascha, also called Sascha or Sascha Porsche, is a car from 1922. It was designed by the Austrian, Czechoslovakian and German car, truck, aviation motor and tank designer Ferdinand Porsche. The car was named by Ferdinand Porsche after Sascha Kolorat Krakowski, a friend who had encouraged him greatly to build a small, lightweight sports car. The car achieved a top speed of 144 km per hour. For racing, the fender and spotlight could be removed. Surviving examples of this vehicle show staggered bucket seats for the driver and mechanic and the absence of a tail body. In that period, Porsche still worked for the Austrian Austro-Daimler and designed a small, lightweight sports car of 1100 cc's that was revolutionary for its time. It had a 4-cylinder engine with 8 inclined overhead valves and bevel-driven dual overhead camshafts, preceding the bevel drive of the later Firman engine and some Porsche 356 Carrera models. The motor had a very wide crankcase with a cast-flat surface all along the two members of the latter frame, to which it was bolted rigidly in the same fashion as the big 6-cylinder Hispano-Suiza cars. When Ferdinand Porsche presented his exposé on the construction of a German people's car in January 1934, it was already the 8th compact car to be developed under his tutelage. Porsche and the engineers from his design office envisaged the compact model having an air-cooled 4-cylinder engine mounted at the rear, independent suspension with trailing links at the front and swing axles at the rear, torsion bar suspension and a composite body comprising floor panel and superstructure. The special engine was only a 1-liter unit with 32 horsepower but with just 695 kilograms to move around. The VW39 could hit a very impressive for the era top speed of 90 miles per hour, 145 kilometers per hour. Porsche's original plan was to produce 50 examples of the 39, with Ferdinand and Ferry frequently driving the car to and from the factory in Zuffenhausen, the VW plant in Wolfsburg and Berlin.